How's it going? Twitch and YouTube. Hope you guys are doing well today. Another beautiful summer day. That's right, I forgot this guy died like right as we left. We got a couple of announcements to make, which is pretty exciting. Well, first of all, I wanted to thank everybody that contributed and participated in the Men's Mental Health Awareness Month and the donations for November. Through donations and Twitch revenue, we ended up making a total of $120 for the month, which is amazing because that's my first month being affiliate. And so it was really cool. I appreciate everybody coming out and all the support. And I said I was going to match up to $250. And since we made 120 total, I'm matching 120. And so in total, we're going to be donating $240 to November, which is really cool. Again, Movember is an organization that supports men's mental health and a couple of common cancers that afflict men. Again, you know, men's mental health is super important to me and my family. I've lost friends, I've lost family, and you know, not to get too deep, but I've had my own moments too. It can be rough, it can be scary, life can be really difficult, but you know, it always gets better. There's that saying, you know, don't hope for it to get easier. Just you eventually become stronger. Well, yeah. Anyways, thank you guys very much. It was super awesome. QE paste hype, yeah, super hype.
Oh, what happened?
So yeah.
Father says I'm too young to train with the
All the serious stuff aside, one last time, just thank you guys very much. It means the world to me. You know, it's been a super fun journey. So, yeah. What else? I'm trying to think if there's anything else, any other announcements to make. July 7th is going to be my last day at my current job, and I'm going to take a month off to kind of figure out my next steps. But in that meantime, I'm going to be streaming a whole bunch, which I'm absolutely stoked for. So starting July 8th, you know, I'm going to put in like some 6 to 8 hour days, just, you know, having fun, hanging out. Yeah, that's all I got for now. I appreciate you guys coming out and hanging out, and let's play some more Skyrim with, we got Stinks, the Khajiits, and then we got Dagoth, and then we got the cat, Saksa, that's right. I forgot his name for a minute.
You are taking us somewhere warm, I trust.
I think we gave
I will shoulder
Saksa, yeah, Saksa's got a lot of potions of healing for some reason, and skooma, and a bow. Super amazing mod. Super glad we found that one. And of course, you know, the man himself, which I think the author of Dagoth had recently released an update. So I haven't updated Dagoth yet, but an amazing month last month and an even better one coming up. Yeah. No, June was our first month being affiliate, and I think July's, I don't know. You never know, like pursuing passions in career, or passions and dreams and all that, but I'm pretty optimistic about July. I've got a good feeling. Give Dagoth his upgrade, he needs his juice. He does need a little skooma, yeah.
There.
No.
You got a tight little man pussy on you, don't ya? It stinks. Nice and good.
Some meat canyon. All right, Dagoth, thanks for setting the tone. So chat. Man, it's been a hot minute since we played some Skyrim. I've been pretty busy lately. I think we got to deliver the message to the Jarl, but he won't talk to us until we go do Bleak Falls Barrow. So that's what we'll have to do. We had finished the Dark Brotherhood and the Thieves Guild, and now we're kind of on our way to do the main quest line. I forgot about the Khajiit mod. It's my favorite so far. Yeah, no, it's actually my favorite too. I was super impressed.
Take a look.
We'll get rid of some junk that we have. Like that. One item.
You know, if you've got
Hey, watch it.
All right.
Hey, watch it.
Yeah, I mean, I haven't been streaming too much lately. I've just been I just have had a lot going on lately. But you know, it's like I said, I simultaneously have really enjoyed my current job, but at the same time, it's definitely taken a huge physical and mental toll on me, and I'm glad I've been given the opportunity in life to take a step away from it and focus on something else. But yeah, starting July 8th, I'm just gonna hit the ground running pretty hard. Oh, sorry, chat. Ads. I gotta get better at that. But at least it's some downtime, so it's not that big of a deal. All right. So yeah, like I said, we did the Thieves Guild and the Dark Brotherhood, and now we're gonna do. I'm an Imperial at heart, so we're gonna join up with the Empire. But first, we got to do the stupid Bleak Falls Barrow quest for the umpteenth time that I've done it.
Need a ride? Where do you want to go?
Let's go to Riverwood.
Climb and back and we'll be off. It's almost getting downright hot now.
There's definitely been a lot of crazy stuff going on lately, good and bad. You know, coincidentally, you know, it's funny. So I live in Coeur d'Alene, Idaho, and if anyone's pays attention to the news recently, Coeur d'Alene, Idaho has made its way into media lately, and typically I've kind of kept a mental record of every time Coeur d'Alene's gone viral, and it's usually never good.
Rooms and food, drink too.
Ain't
much else to tell.
You're that.
And
it's yours for a day.
You know, I don't know any of the context of the situation, and I don't really want to get too deep into it. It's not my place to really, you know, speak on the matter. It's a very sad ordeal for anyone that doesn't know. Basically, there was a 20-year-old, actually like 10 minutes from my house, had started a forest fire to apparently lure in firefighters, in which he took 2 of their lives, which is very tragic. And, you know, all I can say is rest in peace, and I hope their lives are honored well and their families.
Let's sate that appetite.
But you know, like I said, every time this area manages to make headlines in the news, it's usually something kind of in relation to that manner, and it's very unfortunate. I've lived here, I'm 27, and I've lived here for pretty much like 23, 24 years of my life. I lived in Corvallis, Oregon for 2 years when I was going to college. And then I lived in Pullman, Washington to finish my last 2 years at Washington State. And, you know, it was weird. Like, ever since I was a little kid, I just always had this weird feeling about this area. It's a beautiful area. And don't get me wrong, you know, there's some good people and everything, but I think unfortunately the roots and the foundation of this area are very unsavory, I guess, for lack of a better term. But, you know, I'm gonna be moving to Tennessee here in like just about a month now, which is crazy. August 4th. It's crazy how time flies. I was just saying, you know, I was just thinking in my head like 8 months ago that it's like, okay, you know, I've got 8 months, and then all of a sudden now it's 1 month away. So, oh shoot, that's not good. Hit him, Saksa. Dagoth got him with the torsion. So I'm thinking when we start doing like the full-time streaming starting July 8th, I'm planning on streaming at least 5 days of the week, and I've got 5 games. I think it'd be kind of cool to like stream a different game each day and have each day like be based off of a theme. And so I've been kind of building that up in my head these last couple of weeks, and I've got like a rough plan. Oh, that was so bad. My current plan. What is happening? Dude, hit, please. My current plan, I want to stream Valheim, Skyrim. I want to finish Skyrim. Resident Evil 5. Saints Row the Third, and on the last day, I want to be streaming. Damn, I want to do a full playthrough of all like the main title Kingdom Hearts, so like 1 through 3. I know there's a million random spin-offs and everything. I will not do any of those. But Kingdom Hearts was the first game I ever played, at least that I have memory of playing. And ever since streaming was a thing, I've always wanted to stream, but I lacked a lot of self-confidence. And now that I'm at that point, I think it'd be kind of cool to pay homage to my past and the memories of the video games that I've played. And so I'm really looking. I haven't played Kingdom Hearts 3, and I haven't played 1 and 2 in decades. So I'm really looking forward to it. I think it's gonna be a lot of fun. Tomorrow, the plan is to stream some more Peak with Sino-K and Rival and probably one other person. I'm sure Kiwi Paste will probably hop in with us, it sounds like. Kiwi Paste herself, the one and only. I don't know what those like electric explosions radiating from our body is, but it seems to be doing some major damage, so I'm not necessarily complaining. Hell yeah, that game is so ridiculous, and I want to get Bing Bong to the top. I know, that's been a goal of mine too. I want to get Bing Bong to the top as well. So I heard some news, and I haven't been able to confirm this myself, but apparently Bing
Do
Bong.
that again and you'll lose a testicle.
Bing Bong is a way for the mods of the game to communicate with the players, if they so choose. And I think that's a really cool idea. I think I'm really impressed. So, you know, social media has a tendency to kind of gravitate towards all the AAA companies. And, you know, obviously, of course they do. I mean, these companies have massive marketing campaign budgets, and they've been established for, you know, X amount of years, and they have like cornerstone IPs in the gaming industry. So obviously everyone kind of gravitates towards that, but I really think that, like, I know this is kind of like a soft take, because, you know, people have kind of talked about this for a while now, and I think I'm just kind of echoing that. But I really think that, like, indie game development is truly going to be like the genuine innovators of the industry. My issue, am I always getting detected, man? We got sneak 100. That ain't right. Well, so,
Let the blood of my enemies flow like
you know,
the
like,
after drinking Mountain Dew Code Red.
whenever a AAA game is announced and there's a trailer for it, they tend to highlight these key game features as if they're like massive innovations. Oh, sorry, Soxon. And, you know, I'm not a game developer. I'm not a very good Skyrim player either, apparently. It's hard for me to have a foundation of critique when I don't know what I'm doing, right? But as a consumer, I will say that, you know, big companies, and they've inspired a lot of divisive opinions lately, positive and negative. You know, you look at Blizzard, Activision, EA, Gearbox, you know, who else? Whatever else. The specific companies are relevant. But you have these like multi-million-dollar companies with teams of hundreds to thousands of people, and they develop these games over years. And I feel, and this might be a continuation of like an echoing soft take, but I feel like the general consensus is that all these like innovative features and programs that they develop into their new titles are very like lukewarm and mediocre derivatives of like base game features that are just kind of like repackaged. And I guess what I mean by that is like, and this is in no way meant to be hate towards Bungie. I really like Bungie, and I know they've had some very divisive, you know, media lately, especially with their new stream that they just did today. And I've gone back and forth with Bungie and the state of Destiny 2. But so this live stream that they put out today, are you just starting the main quest? Yeah, basically. We're on our way to Bleak Falls Barrow, and then we're gonna do like the Empire, and then after we finish like the whole Civil War, we'll jump back into the main quest and continue it from there.
Do you think Imperial spies are running?
But actually, you know, before I continue my rant, Knight's Honor, did you watch the Destiny 2 live stream today?
Or is this just another example of Bethesda polish?
I know you're sick. Yeah, I know you're a big Destiny 2 player, so I'm curious what your thoughts are. I mean, don't get me wrong. I think the trailer had a really cool art direction. I mean, you know, Destiny's got fantastic marketing, and their artists, and, you know, in my opinion, are some of the best in the industry. I think Destiny puts out some of the most beautiful game content ever, like hands down, and they've got a pretty stellar legacy. And it sounds like they're, you know, making some improvements on Marathon, which I'm happy to hear. I never wish ill will towards a company. Sometimes they might piss me off, sure, but that doesn't mean that they need to fail. But yeah, so snake whale. I'm excited. It's finally semi new content. Plus we get lightsabers. I will say I'm pretty excited for the Renegades expansion. I hope they do something really cool with that, because it's going to be like a whole new destination, right? I'm fairly certain. Yeah, again, like, I've got mixed opinions. I think overall, I have a relatively positive sentiment towards the whole thing. I think it looks cool. I think I'm not like a end game PvEer or PvPer personally, so I'm kind of bummed there's like no new strikes, because personally as kind of like a casual Destiny 2 player, the strikes are my favorite content. I don't have the time nor the patience for raids, and I definitely don't have the time nor the patience for PvP. I'll hop into Iron Banner every once in a while, but that's just because it's like uncoordinated competitive PvP, you know? I've never been one that could take the time out of my day to coordinate like a cracked trials group. But anyways, like, this is just like one critique of like the overall announcement. So I'm not saying it's all bad, but I will say, so like, you know, Destiny's been hyping this expansion as like this huge quality of life expansion, and that's great, man. That's super cool. Like, you've had this game that's been out for, God, we should definitely play it together. You know, I'm waiting to see how people react after a week or two, and I'm doing that because what the hell's going on? So I'm doing that because every single expansion I've always bought the deluxe edition, and for like the last 4 expansions I've dropped $100 every time, and I just barely touched them, you know? And I think it's just because like the marketing is so good, but then like I load into the destination and I don't know, it just doesn't like hold my attention. I do want to play the new expansion, trust me, don't get me wrong. I am definitely interested to play it with you 100%, and I think I would love to stream Destiny. I might make that one of like my scheduled stream days. I might just make like a whole day of the week dedicated to Destiny, or like an MMO that I'm into at the time. It's definitely better with friends. Oh, for sure. I agree 100%. Destiny is definitely like a friends game. I guess at some points I just got really tired of loading the game and feeling like the first thing I have to do every time is go to the tower and grab bounties, which takes, you know, however long. And then you've got to sit through like all those loading screens of going to the tower, and, you know, you got to grab your bounties, and then you got to go load into your next destination. And at that point, once you're like ready to play for the day, bro, you're like 20 minutes in. You know what I mean? Like,
Understand how grave the mistake you have just made. Let me make this clear. You will be allowed to leave, but one day somewhere I will find you. You will never sleep
hold on.
again.
Dagoth is popping off.
Looking behind you on a dark road. And when you least expect it, I will show you another Oblivion crisis. Now leave.
But anyways, back to my main point that I was making past my several tangents. Again, this isn't my general consensus over the entire expansion announcement. This is just one thing that I kind of got hung up on.
Nice.
Destiny marketed it as this huge quality of life expansion, which is great. As someone who hasn't played in a little while, I didn't know what the hell they were talking about. And a lot of my Twitter content, whether I follow people or not, just naturally gravitates towards a lot of Destiny 2 content. And, you know, there's a lot of like Rick Kakis and Astacross, Dado, Bife, bunch of new guys that I've never seen or heard of before. And everybody's talking about all these like new quality of life features in the new expansion. I don't know what any of that shit means, man. Like, I get that I've been out of the game for like a couple of years, but the stuff that they're talking about is just flying right over my head. And like, they talked about like this whole new like portal thing and like world tiers, and I kind of got like the gist of everything, and it sounds cool. But when I was looking at it, I was like, okay, so 10 years later, we finally got a difficulty slider. Cool. And we've got like a condensed traveler, it looks like, I guess. And like, look, man, I know that their games have a lot of polish. I respect that. It's super cool. I'm a very detail-oriented person, and I respect Bungie for being so detail-oriented. But, I mean, this is kind of a hot take, but I feel like a lot of these quality of life features are very minor. And that's not to discredit all the work that they put into it, but I mean, it's just, I feel like a lot of these features they talk about are just like base things in many other games. And maybe I'm being harsh. You know, I would accept that, but you know, back to my original story that I was talking about, how the developers of Peak had developed Bing Bong as a way for mods to supposedly communicate with players. That's really cool, you know, that's a super interesting and unique idea. And Bungie, you know, they do like the developer bounties and everything, and you can get like an emblem for killing a developer in a match or whatever. That's cool. I'm not saying that Bungie lacks in like creativity or these types of things, but you know, my main point being at hand was that, like, you know, these are again AAA developers with $1 million budgets, with 100+ members of their team, and they introduce, in my opinion, what feels like very minor things into like a long-standing cornerstone game. And I just don't get too hyped about it, because I just feel like there could have been so much more that they had done. Like I said, I'm not a developer, and I don't want to diminish their work. And that's just one perspective. Overall, I think a lot of the stuff from the expansion looks really good. But I think, and I don't know what it is, I think maybe at the end of the day, as a consumer, I'm just kind of tired of seeing AAA developers play it safe when it comes to taking risks on their games. And that's sadly like the fallback of once you become like a publicly traded company, is you always have to consider the shareholders, and a lot of the times shareholders don't like risks, which is very unfortunate, because in theory your company that you have has more money. That should be great, right? Well, it seems that the more money a company makes, the less risks they take, because the shareholders don't believe that that's like in the best interest of the company. Very often, not always the case, but very often it feels like this is kind of the trend that a lot of companies are taking right now. And then eventually that company's stock tanks, and then there's like a whole like crisis, and all the players are like, oh, this, you know, this new game from our like once trusted and loved company is now dead on arrival. Everybody like shame it and make sure it doesn't do well. And, you know, we want it to be the next, what's that one game, that one Overwatch game that came out? Concord, you know? I didn't play the game. I have no opinions on it. I don't really care. It's sad. It sucks, man. Like, there were so many plans for this game, and it literally died in like 2 weeks. And that's super sad. There's some really talented artists. I'm not saying it's a good thing or a bad thing. you know, at the end of the day, it's just sad for all the really creative and talented people that worked on those teams. That was their livelihood, and their whole life just got upended in a matter of 2 weeks, you know? Like, imagine whatever your opinions were of the game, like, these artists and these creators thought they were making something really cool, and that was their livelihood. Like, they depended on that for their finances. And literally in the matter of 2 weeks, you know, I'm sure they went through like grueling years of development, because I've heard that development is hard. And then I'm sure they had like a lot of anticipation and anxiety and excitement for their, you know, final announcement and release. And then boom, 2 weeks and your job's gone. That's got to be rough, you know? And that's just like the crazy volatility of like AAA gaming right now. Oh, shoot. And I guess I'm thinking about this so much because there's been like a lot of talk lately amongst, like, you've got all the big creators, like all the big game streamers. You got like Tim the Tatman, and guys of that like, who are commenting on like Kai Cenat and Speed and all of those guys. You've got like IRL streaming is like basically dominating in terms of like viewership. Bear Moth Owl. I don't really think that's necessarily a good or a bad thing. I think it just is what it is. I don't think that neither IRL streaming nor gaming streaming is going anywhere. If anything, I would suspect that both have positive trends upwards. And one thing to consider that I think a lot of people forget about is like they'll just look at like Twitch data, but you got to think now, like there's a lot of platforms out there that stream. You've got Kick, and now a lot of the social media platforms, because you can technically kind of stream on Instagram, and then you've got like TikTok, YouTube, I'm pretty sure Facebook. I think X has some sort of like beta program they're rolling out. I can't quite remember. And then I think there's like a couple other streaming platforms, but overall, at the end of the day, like I don't think there's doom and gloom to be said for, again, neither IRL nor game streaming. But you know, a lot of people have had this sentiments of like, oh, you know, gaming is dying and blah blah blah. I think that's mostly just like mere like clickbait. I think clickbait has advanced to be incredibly persuasive. You know, there's a saying in business, like the best advertisements, you don't even know it's an advertisement or something like that. Something to that effect. And I think clickbait's just gotten so good that we just kind of don't even realize it anymore. And it's just kind of become like a natural part of our life. I think it's just kind of one thing that gets under my skin when you've got people with huge platforms that are just like, oh, gaming's dead. I mean, I know we live in like the clip farm generation right now, where like that's the main goal for like viewership and growth, is everybody's got to be clip farming, and it works, obviously. You know, it's like Kanye West is a prime example of this. Like, whatever Kanye's been diagnosed with, I think there's some amount to be attributed to that. And I can't say this for certain, but, you know, in my opinion, I think a vast majority of what Kanye says is simply to remain relevant. Because every year he goes on a tirade on social media and says some of the most outlandish stuff. And if you notice, there's like no continuity to any of his opinions. It's all over the place. It's anything and everything. He'll be you know, he'll express hatred towards one group and then turn around and next year and express hatred towards another.
I'm just a poor old woman, dear.
That's beyond me. But I think at the end of the day, it's like clip farming, you know? Like clip farming's been around. We just, it was in a different format. And I think, you know, that's kind of like the sad, I think it's unfortunate when you have people with huge platforms that just kind of tend to spread misinformation or like, I think very like negatively enforced opinions that have no like foundation of truth simply for the fact that it just catches people's attention. All right. Now somehow this lady knows that we went in her basement and snaps. No, no one's there. Get her, Saksa. But anyways, my long rant is over. I guess, you know, maybe in another life I would have been like a video game journalist or something. But also, I kind of view a lot of the stages of my life as another life. So maybe in me saying in another life, that means in the next year or two. Because I mean, this next chapter in my life in Tennessee is basically going to be like another life, you know? It'd be cool. It'd be a lot of fun. I love it. I've always wanted to be a writer too. And that's another thing. I think eventually one day I would love to do some like some graphic novels or at least some comic books. I'm not a very talented artist, but I'd love to find you know, man, I would love to find like an artist that I know in real life. It's hard commissioning people online. You just don't know what you're getting anymore. There's unfortunately just so much AI content out there, and it's getting better, so it's getting harder to discern what's AI and what isn't.
What? Looking to protect yourself or deal some damage? Good day.
Oh, I guess we could give Alvor his golden claw.
My sister Camilla or I will be yeah, we did have a bit of a break-in. We still have plenty to sell. Robbers were only after one thing. An ornament, solid gold in the shape of a dragon's claw. You found it! There it is! Strange. It seems smaller than I remember. Funny thing, huh? I'm gonna put this back where it belongs. I'll never forget this. You've done a great thing for me and my sister.
All right.
Thank you so. Some
Man, I need to desperately offload some of this junk. We got so much stuff. Somehow we have 2 Emperor's robes. Too much junk in the trunk? Yeah, for real. Look, we got. I didn't realize we had 37,000 gold.
All right then.
It's a fine day with you around.
Welcome, Moon and Star. Welcome. I got another hypothetical for you, Nerevar. Let's say you're 2 inches into Nocturnal, but Molag Bal is balls deep within you. Are you moving forward or backwards?
It's really quite the conundrum.
All right.
I think I know what Dagoth would do. Oops. What about you, Knight's Honor? Are you still playing through Skyrim? Nice.
From around here. That makes two of us.
We got so much food now.
You and me, take a look.
I wonder if he's really got much of anything that we could, like... Probably healing, I guess. Other than that, we just have so much stuff. Oh! We can't sell Dagoth's drawing. Sorry, Dagoth. I would never do that to you. Ha! What the hell? When did we get this? I'm afraid to look at it. I'll keep it. And I'll check it off stream just to make sure. It's got me curious, I'll be honest. I don't know when we got that though. It had to have been from Dagoth. I can't imagine where else that would come from. Make it a sub goal. Open it on stream if you reach your new goal. Yeah, open it on stream and then get banned.
Till next time.
I'll look at it off stream. And then if it's not too bad, yeah, we can make it a sub goal. If you guys are so interested to see that unsolicited drawing. Who is this guy? Oh, Hadvar?
Keep your guard up.
Didn't know he just like hung around town like that. Excuse me, Saksa, please.
I know my body is irresistible,
dude,
but control yourself.
This is the only thing that sucks about having 2 followers. Oh, Dagoth, please.
You a habitual... Yes.
Need you to do something for me.
Is this how you honor the 6th house?
Just go wait over there.
Count on me, buddy.
Okay.
Hello? Always a pleasure.
This is a local favorite and one of the first songs I ever learned. Ragnar the Red. Oh, there once was a hero.
Where's Delphine?
Ragnar the Red who came riding to Whiterun from old Rorikstead.
I guess she doesn't want my money.
Food, drink.
Unless I can get a room from him.
Need a room? Talk to
Yeah.
out. She owns the place. She does what she wants. Inn's closed.
What?
Feel free to sit and put your head down on the table.
When has that ever been a thing? Huh. That's wild. I've never encountered that in all my years. All right. Looks like we're trekking it to Whiterun. Apple pie does sound really good right now. I keep seeing this cherry pie at Costco. I've been wanting to get so bad lately. The only thing that's unfortunate is it's a Costco cherry pie. And I'll have 1 slice and then won't want any more of it. And then I have like 3 pounds of pie that are just gonna go bad. I remember the first time I ever played Skyrim, and I remember like cresting this ridge right here on the Xbox. I remember it was on the Xbox 360. I think, right? Didn't the either Xbox 360 or 1, but I'm pretty sure Skyrim came out on the 360. And I remember cresting this ridge and like seeing this whole world. And I like shit my pants. I was like, no way, you can go everywhere. I remember at the time it like blew my mind.
come to chat with an old woman?
Oh, you know what? Actually, that lady reminded me. I've got a quest. Let me find it. We're supposed to like... Oh man, where did it go? Yeah, there it is. Receive a reading from Alava the Feeble. That's right. Can't remember why. I think it was like a bonus reward for a Thieves Guild questline we did. I don't know if it even really does a whole lot, but it's got me curious. I wanted to see what happens.
Come to Olava for a reading, did you? Sorry, pup, but I'm not quite in the mood. Token, you say? Let me see. Oh, goodness me. You're a friend of Gabriella's, then. Well, I guess we both know why you're here. Well, yes, I...
Was this like Mama Murphy from Fallout 4?
It's not something I do lightly, mind you, and it's not as specific as you might want, but yes, I will do this for you.
Better pertain to my real life.
Please, relax. Free your mind. Yes, that's it. Your destiny is dark. Oh, yes, so dark. But much of it has been fulfilled. You have found sanctuary and the comforting words of a mother's love.
For the Dark Brotherhood.
And you have companionship.
The companions.
A child of night and a stalker of the sands. Together you are a family. Wait, there's something else. A potential for adventure and wealth. It is a ruin ripe for the plunder. Deepwood Redoubt, far to the northwest. It is the last resting place of an assassin of old. A dark brother who bequeaths his ancient...
That's cool, I've never done this.
We are friends.
To you.
Like, I know that whole world domination and tribunal thing was 2 games ago. I was a tad mean to you, but like, you came after the Heartman.
No, that is all.
What else was I meant to do?
No, please.
As a friend or
I find myself very...
Dagoth's always talking when someone else is talking. Okay. Locate the assassin of old. Where is it at? Oh, all the way over there? I mean, I think we have to go to Solitude soon anyways. Yeah, we gotta go back there because we're about to give Jarl Balgruuf the axe. I have a feeling doing these Civil War missions might crash the game. This game's crashed on less, so wouldn't surprise me.
You see? The Dragon Stone of Bleak Falls Barrow. Seems you are a cut above the usual brutes the Jarl sends my way.
This guy's an asshole, so I just skip all the dialogue.
That is where your job ends and mine begin. My associate here will be pleased to see your handiwork. She discovered its location by means she has so far declined to share with me. So your information was correct after all. And we have our friend here to thank for recovering it for us.
You went into Bleak Falls Barrow and got that? Nice work. Just send me a copy when you've deciphered it.
Come to Dragon's Reach to discuss the ongoing... You know, I wonder what Irileth is so excited about.
Oh, Delphine.
Mind your own business.
Oh. I've never seen her here before. That's kind of interesting.
I'd take this a bit more... Be careful.
Not now.
Oh, You bastard. I just want to give you this stupid axe.
Let's go.
Take all your shit then, Jarl.
So, Irileth tells me
Look at Sox as part of the conversation.
Yes, my lord. Tell him what you told me about the dragon.
Oh, that's right. We saw it coming from the south. It was fast. Faster than anything I've ever seen.
You know what? Before I forget, I gotta charge this bad boy. Wow, it only takes one common soul gem? No way.
What did it do?
That's
Was it
wild.
attacking the watchtower.
No, my lord. It was just circling overhead when I left. I never ran so fast in my life. I thought it would come after me, for sure.
Good work, son. We'll take it from here. Head down to the barracks for some food and rest. You've earned it. Irileth, you'd better gather some guardsmen and get down there.
I've already ordered my men to muster near the main gate.
Good. Don't fail me. There's no time to stand on ceremony, my friend. I need your help again. I want you to go with Irileth and help her fight this dragon. You survived Helgen, so you have more
Always loved his
experience with
accent.
dragons than anyone else here. But I haven't forgotten the service you did for me in retrieving the Dragon Stone for Farengar. As a token of my esteem, I have instructed Avenici that you are now permitted to purchase property in the city. And please, accept this gift from my personal armory. Help Irileth kill this
Elven
dragon
armor of
before
major
it
alteration
becomes
added. Sweet. A useless piece of junk. Thanks, Jarl.
I need you here working on ways to defend the city against these dragons.
As you command.
Help your... One last thing, Irileth. This isn't a death or close.
I'll see you at the watchtower.
Alright, well, gotta go kill the dragon. So, you know what's cool? I've got this coworker, really good guy. He's an older guy, right? And he's like a through and through redneck. You know, he's got a big property and just a bunch of junkers and clunkers and project cars, and I mean, dude's got like dirt bikes, ATVs, boats, trucks. He's got everything. And he's a forklift driver for the merch crew that I work for. Super awesome guy, you know, just very down to earth dude. Well, I found out one day that he plays video games, and you know, like, it's hard for me to relate to people in my area because usually it's either like it's just things that I have no interest in, like sports or hunting or whatever. Those are all cool things, you know, but it's just like not my cup of tea. And so I was so stoked to find out that this guy plays games, and so I was like, shit, man, like, what do you play? And his biggest games were Diablo 3 and Skyrim. And it's cool. It's so cool because he said he wanted to get the Skyrim dragon tattoo, and he was a little nervous because of like religious reasons. And I just thought that was so cool, man. Like, you never, like, it's so cool the amount of people you would never suspect to play video games that do.
No signs of any dragon.
It's always just like one of my like favorite things to find out about people is when I meet someone and then I just randomly find out that they're like a big gamer.
And if that dragon is still skulking around somewhere, spread out and look for survivors. We need to know what.
So this is our, okay, let's see how far we've played. We've put in 25 hours into this run, and this is our first dragon encounter. And I'm a little nervous, to be honest. Curious to see how this goes. I keep forgetting we have this. We gotta use this more. That's pretty wild, to be honest. No, it is. But I mean, we're playing on like, what is it, master difficulty? So, legendary, excuse me. As long as you have long ranged, you should be good. That I don't. I've got 2 little daggers, and that's all I've got. You know, I think we've played with the daggers so much now, we could probably make the transition to bows at this point. I don't think it would be, you know, too big of a deal. I know I said I didn't want to do any stealth archer, but I think we've played so much. Oh shit. One of our abilities tripped him. But I think we've played so much of this game at this point with the daggers, I think we're okay to run a bow for a little bit. Alright, let's see how this goes. Damage is not bad. Once we can actually get a hit in. Dagoth will carry. Yeah, Dagoth and Saksa have been kind of hard carrying us for a minute. To be honest. The natural evolution of stealth archer. That's very true. When fish swam to the shore and developed legs to walk and eventually became humans, so too does the dagger wielder become a stealth archer, inevitably. It's just the standards of evolution. Darwin was right. It's just survival of the fittest. Charles Darwin would have approved of the stealth archer as being like the ultimate evolution of humanity. Mermolnir. It was inevitable. Yeah, true. You know, so random thought I just had, completely unrelated to everything we've been talking about today. I saw this clip. You know, of course, everyone's talking about the Jeff Bezos wedding, and you know, it's kind of cringe.
Hey, Nerevar, I just was reminded of my age. I'm really scared I am about to hit the wall. You know, the same wall 30-year-old women and twinks hit.
Relatable. I think the protesters are pretty creative and pretty funny.
I can't believe it. In the very... That's what you did, isn't it? Well, you can shout now.
Anyways, so there's like all the footage of all the people going to Bezos's wedding, right? And it's wild to me how just like interconnected celebrities and rich people are. Like, if I remember all the people that showed up to Bezos's wedding, it was like Oprah, Bradley Cooper, Jay-Z, Orlando Bloom, and like, I don't know, I can't remember all of them, but I looked at all those people, and like, who knows, maybe they are really genuinely like good friends or something, but I was like looking at this like cast of people at this wedding, and I'm like, how the hell did these people know each other? Like, Bradley Cooper was dapping up Jay-Z, and hey man, that's a dope romance and all, but it's just like, I think it's all status. And yeah, I mean, I get it, you know, I'm sure there's some amount of like, I know people are like, oh, eat the rich, but I guess, you know, if I had to view myself in that perspective, I guess there's probably some level of like solidarity or camaraderie, you know, like from their perspective, whether like you agree or disagree with like the wealthy and everything. But I couldn't help but just like look at all these people showing up to this like billionaire's wedding, and it just like blew my mind, you know. It's just such a random, it looked like it was one of the worst casted movies if this were like a movie cast. I'm sure they leave very specific lives. Yeah. You know, yeah, I'm sure they do too. I'm sure they live a lifestyle that's beyond like a normal person's comprehension. But, you know, like, I was looking at all these people showing up, and I don't know what my opinions are on the whole thing. I don't know, man. It was a wedding. The way he went about it was weird, and I know people, you know. I mean, on one hand, like, he made his money, but on the other hand, like, did he make it authentically and genuinely? And, like, who am I to say, just because our proportion of wealth is vastly different, who am I to say how he spends his money? Like, I'm not the executioner, you know, I can't say whether he spends his money wisely. Do I personally disagree with it? Maybe, I don't know. But,
I knew I could count on Irileth, but there must
I
be
think
more.
one thing, I love Orlando Bloom. Kingdom of Heaven is like one of my favorite movies ever, and obviously like Legolas and Will Turner are like really pivotal like fantasy characters. I think it leaves a bad taste in a lot of people's mouths considering the economic crisis we're barreling towards. Yeah, right. And that's very fair. I don't disagree or agree. Or, you know, I agree, but I also don't. I'm not arguing at all. I guess my main thing is just like, I tend to try and stay out of like my opinions on the way people spend money, because it's not like I'm a perfect example either, you know, but at the same time, like, yeah, if I was a billionaire, I would probably distribute a lot of my wealth because I just wouldn't know what to even do with that mass amount of money. But also at the same time, you know, there was like the argument like that not all of that money's liquid. It's all tied up in like assets in the companies and whatever, blah, blah, blah. That's, you know, beyond the point. Right, we have no effect over their lives, to be honest. Yeah. It sucks to see while I'm scraping by, but I can't blame them for being rich, IDK. Yeah, exactly. Like, it's their money, and they manage to get themselves to that point. Again, you know, like, working conditions and how they treat their workers, like, is it right? Is it appropriate? I don't know. That's such a dense discussion to have. But, like, I love Orlando Bloom, but I gotta say, of all my opinions and all the opinions that could be formed on, like, this whole, like, billionaire wedding thing, Orlando Bloom has like kind of become like an ick for me, honestly. Like seeing him pull up to this wedding, I don't know. I can't exactly describe why. And it's totally his decision to attend this wedding. Like, I don't know how, or, you know, how connected he is with these other people. And I mean, hey, if those are his friends and stuff, like, whatever, who am I to judge? But I don't know. There was something that really turned me off to seeing like Orlando Bloom show up to Bezos's wedding in Venice. It left a weird taste in my mouth of all the things that like I could, you know, that people could be like pissed off about or whatever. And I don't know. It's not that it really matters or that I really care, because I don't know, it's tough, you know. There's a lot of things that could be said about the whole ordeal, but just seeing Orlando Bloom pull up in a Stussy t-shirt to Venice, it was just kind of a weird thing for me. And hey, it's his life. I'm not gonna say I'm just like boycotting his movies or anything. It was weird. It threw me off. I think maybe, I don't know. I've always been like a very anti-social media person, so now that like I'm getting connected as like Thundaclast and everything, I've been exposed to more social media, and so I guess I'm just like seeing more of like celebrities' lifestyles. And I think a part of me kind of liked having that veil between my personal life and their personal life. Because at the end of the day, like, I don't really want to know these actors and actresses as their personal selves. I respect their personal lives. They can have that. I just want to view them as Will Turner or Legolas or, you know, whatever.
Also notify my guards of your new title. Wouldn't want them to think you're part of the common rabble, now would we? We are honored to have you.
I've heard this speech a million times, so I just kind of talked through it.
Back to business, Proventus. We still have it.
Of course, I'm carrying too much, and it's all probably garbage too. Yeah, Axe of Whiterun. He just gives such junk. I guess we could drop these witch heads. I feel like those don't... Oh, no, it's a quest item. Never mind. Add in a minute, chat. Heads up. Dagoth, come here. I need to give you dragon bones. Don't look at me like
Hello. I don't have any more of my special sweet rolls right now, if that's what you're after.
that. That's okay. I'll get by for now.
Okay, bye.
What is it that you need? No doubt requesting to garrison his men in my castle. How many times must I deny him? Well, out with it! I see. Give the papers to my steward. Don't be daft. Proventus is my eyes. Just give me the letter. I presume once I have it, I can do as I please with it? Good. These are interesting reports. Proventus, what do you make of all this? If Ulfric were to attack Whiterun...
As in all things, Lord, caution. I urge us to wait and see.
Pray wait.
I'm of a mind with Irileth. It's time to act.
You plan to march on Windhelm?
I'm not a fool, Proventus. I mean, it's time to challenge Ulfric to face me as a man, or to declare his intentions.
He'll do no such thing.
He was rather straightforward with Torrig.
Torrig? He simply walked up to the boy and murdered him.
That boy was High King of Skyrim.
I'm not the High King, but neither am I a boy. If Ulfric wants to challenge my rule in the old way, let him. Though I suspect he'll prefer to send his Stormcloaks to do it for him.
Yeah, Ulfric's a bitch.
True. He's already proven his personal strength.
I stay out of politics, but Skyrim politics,
Then might I urge you to
I'm an
consider
Ulfric hater.
Cornelius's request. I mean, if you are bent on offending Jarl Ulfric.
Ulfric is the one who has offended. But Proventus has a point. Ulfric has made it clear. In his mind, to refuse his claim is to side with the Empire.
And what harm is there in letting a few legionnaires die in place of your own men?
It seems cowardly.
Was it cowardly then to accept the white gold concordat?
This again? That was different. Was I given a chance to object to the terms of the treaty? No. The Jarls weren't asked. We were told. And we had to like it.
The chests of gold didn't hurt.
Damn it! This isn't about gold!
It's time to decide.
Lord, wait. Let us see if Ulfric is serious.
Oh, he's serious. But so am I.
Finally.
You there. I have a message for you to deliver to our friend, the esteemed Jarl of Windhelm. Deliver this axe to Ulfric Stormcloaks.
Watch, this is gonna over encumber me.
How long have you been in Skyrim? Yes. Give the man my axe. If he returns it to you, it means we have business to settle. If he keeps it, then we are at peace. Good. Good. Proventus, bring me my pen. And the good parchment.
The good parchment.
Now, if I don't mind.
Bring me my good rolling paper. Oh yeah, I forgot about Lydia.
The Jarl has appointed me to be your housecarl. As my Thane, I'm sworn to your... The title of Thane is an... Looks like you've already got someone with you. Honored to see you again.
Well, I think Dagoth makes a better Lydia anyways. Alright, so we gotta go talk to Ulfric Stormcloak. I think first, though, I'm gonna hit my crib up in Riften so we can drop off some of our gear so we're not 400 pounds to the wind.
You there.
Oh god, these guys.
Someone in Whiterun.
Yeah.
A woman. She's like... We are not welcome here in Whiterun.
Yep.
So we will be in Rorikstead.
Whatever. You know, so I've seen Wizard 101 has been making a huge resurgence lately. which I'm super stoked on. So Wizard 101 was the first MMO I ever played. I wanted to play World of Warcraft so bad,
Where do you want to go?
but we couldn't afford
Going straight through, or did you want to stop?
the subscription.
Carriages to. Where do you want to go?
So
Going straight through, or did you want to stop?
once we were able to afford the internet,
You'll want to watch yourself.
I downloaded Wizard 101 because you could play a portion of it for free. And then I begged and begged because it was cheaper than WoW. I was like, come on, please. Like, can I just get this one subscription? I want to play. And dude, I got hooked. Wizard 101 is so fun. And I'm stoked to see that it's making a huge comeback. And I might stream that too, honestly. That game is cool, man. I know I feel like people were either on Team Wizard 101 or Team Toontown. I never played Toontown. Toontown looks cool, but Wizard 101 just interested me a whole lot more with like the magic and the cards and everything. Now, I like this place. It also kind of sucks though that it's just like in the sewers. It's kind of a pain in the ass to find. Yeah, we went the wrong way. So I'm pretty sure it's in like this little rotunda thing right here. There we go. So yeah, chat, I'll probably end up playing some Wizard 101 too, because I dig that game. Let's see. Where's my little armory at? Oh, I think it's... Oh, yeah, that's right. It's in here.
You push me, I'm going to stand in doorways more often.
Oh, you do that plenty already, Dagoth, let me tell you.
Every time you push me, I'm going to stand in doorways more often.
Is that Dark Brotherhood? Thieves Guild? Put all my gear away, finally. Sorry, chat. Replying to a text. All right. Feels good, man. We needed to offload some of this stuff for so long now. Got the ebony and the emerald. No? Thought we did have that one. Never mind. Just the ebony. Shit. Put that guy away. Just This isn't like a super rare weapon, but I don't know. Part of me wants to hold on to it anyways. Alright, we almost got everything. Yeah. There we go. Much better. Got rid of so much stuff. Okay. And then we'll sleep, and we'll eat, and we'll be good to go on our adventures. Oh, and we leveled up. Sick. Forgot about that. I was doing pickpocketing, because I thought it'd be kind of fun. See if we can do any more one-handed. Ooh. Ignore armor? That's actually pretty good. We'll do that. Alright, chat. Let's get the hell out of here. I think we gotta talk to someone here in the Thieves Guild anyway, so that kind of works out perfectly. Employ? No. It's not. That sucks. Oh well. Oh well, that's alright.
Be careful.
Excuse me, Saxa. Oh, interesting, okay. Oh, look at that.
What can I do for you?
Why is it...
Good day, friend.
Oh, I can just have it follow me?
Looks like you've already got someone with you.
That's cool. I kind of like the iron helmet more than the robes. But those are cute too. Oh, there's another one.
Huh?
Oh, it's got an eye patch.
Mm-hmm.
And little boots. It's literally boots from Shrek.
You've been a good friend to me. That means something. Mm-hmm.
Amazing. Such a good mod. You know, my friend was telling me about the Puss in Boots movie, and he was telling me how good it was, and I was like, dude, whatever. Okay, like, I'm sure it's alright, but it can't be that good. And so I watched it with him, and that Puss in Boots movie is actually amazing. I know it's kind of older now, but man, oh, there's another one.
Need something?
They're so cute.
Very well.
Oh, this one's got ebony armor?
Oh, did you need something? Mm-hmm.
That's sick. That's so funny.
Looking for wood. The Dawn Star Sanctuary. Is that where you lot are holding up? Tell you what, it'll cost you a lot, but I can help you out.
What is not Bruce Willis? What's the other guy that does a bunch of action movies? Jason Statham. This guy reminds me of Jason Statham. Oh, we might as well just buy everything. We got so much We got so much gold, we might as well just have to have a 50 million gold wedding.
Banners, huh? Trying to pretty the place up. All right. Of course you do. Yeah, that'll come in handy. And how could we... All right. What's your... That... Of course you do. Yeah, we can do that. All right. What's your... Chamber fit? I'm afraid that's it, my friend.
So,
I've done all I can.
how about you run a
I
job
hope
for
the
me?
place is at least livable now. And, good luck with your... murders.
I have work if you've got the background.
Nope. Now the Dawnstar Sanctuary is all pimped out. You know, that's a... Oh man, I'm really looking forward to playing Saints Row 3. I feel like those games didn't get as much attention as credit as they deserved. And I'm really bummed that the reboot was like total ass. Because 1 through 4 kind of trailed off for me, and I think they had like some of the zaniness and everything like on point, but I think they kind of missed the mark a little bit. Some good moments in 4, but 1 through 3 are stellar. 4 is not bad. It's a fun game. I just think the stories of 1 through 3 are so good. Like, their writers, man, I'm so sad that Volition shut their doors, because holy cow, their writers were on another level. And it was cool how, like, I don't know, I don't think a lot of people know this, but so Volition, they made Saints Row and they made Red Faction. And there's this like crazy little detail. There's a corporation who are the antagonists in Saints Row 2. And that same corporation is an antagonist in one of the Red Faction games. I think it's Red Faction Guerrilla. And I think that's so cool.
Going straight through, or did you want to
Like,
stop?
it's a little detail, but at the same time, it's like a big detail. And so that kind of suggests that there was some continuity between Saints Row and Red Faction.
Where do you want to go?
Which is cool, you know, that's
Going straight through, or did you want climbing back? And
it's sad, man. That company and those games had unlimited potential, and the new Saints Row was just... The setting looked awesome. The colors, the art, the gangs looked interesting. And the story was just utter dog shit. Sorry, Volition. Sorry to be a little brutal, but man. But I'm looking forward to playing 3. So I loved, man, Vice City, don't get me wrong, I loved Vice City, I loved San Andreas. I played a little bit of 3, but 3 didn't really appeal to... I'm not a big New York guy. Those like big urban environments just don't really appeal to me. It's just a lot of gray. And 3 in Liberty City, just... I didn't dig them, you know, because they're based on New York. And yeah, it's just not my vibe. But Vice City and San Andreas were stellar. And then 4 came out, and you know, like I was saying, I didn't like... Nico was a cool character, but again, it was such a like gray and dreary Grand Theft Auto.
Hold it there. Keep your distance.
What?
Another girl killed. Served me a drink just a few nights ago.
Okay.
Same as it's like an animal got to her. Susanna's the third.
Did I ask?
Always the same.
Anyways, before I was so rudely interrupted. Well, so like Saints Row, I think. So I went to a game store today, and all 4 Saints Rows were on the Xbox 360, which blows my mind. It doesn't make sense to me. That's 4 games on one. Don't watch that video. But yeah, GTA 4 didn't appeal to me, and then like Saints Row came out, and I was like, oh man, I'm all about Saints Row.
Yes? Is that so? I've been wondering when he'd come around. Oh, what's this? Ah, you're quite brave to carry such a message. It's a pity you've chosen the wrong side. You can return this axe to the man who sent it, and tell him he should prepare to entertain visitors. I expect a great deal of excitement in the city of Whiterun in the near future.
Every other trope is copy-paste. Even more so.
Wanna be a dick, we'll be seeing you soon.
Sooner than you think.
But yeah, anyways, like, GTA 4 just didn't appeal to me. And I think it was Saints Row 2. Man, the things, like, that was such a, for when the time that game came out, that was such a good open world city sandbox, and the map for 1 was good, but 2 had like a stellar map design, and the gangs were cool, the story was so good, the characters were cool with like Shondi, Pierce, Carlos, Johnny Gat, of course.
Horses all day long.
And the main character was written well. The dialogue was funny, it was witty. All the antagonizing gangs were super interesting. Like you had like the Jamaican voodoo cult. You had the what was it, Maori? Like the big Maori like trucker rocker gang. You got like the Japanese street bike gang. So dope.
Good morning. Where do you want to go?
But I like 3 a lot too. And 3, you know, Steelport, I didn't like Steelport as much as I liked Stillwater. But I think, you know, like Sandbox was improved upon really well, and they had some really like iconic moments. Like when you're jumping, you jump off a helicopter onto the balcony of like a penthouse, and it's playing, I think it's playing Power by Kanye West. Dude, that game was on another level. That was so cool back in the day. But the gangs in that one are cool too, because you've got like the Luchador gang, and then you've got I think they're called the Deckers, which is like a nerdy tech gang. And then you've got the Morning Star, which they didn't really have like a super unique identity. They kind of really had going for them where they were kind of like these like I think the gang leader was Belgian, but it was kind of just like this like knockoff like KGB. I don't know. For like the primary antagonist gang, they weren't like super interesting compared to like luchadors and like hackers, but nonetheless, Stillport was still cool. Stag was cool, being like the primary antagonist. I think that's like a cool point in the Saints Row games too, is that like it's a gang war game, but at the end of the day, like the primary antagonist is always like either a corporation or the government, and it always becomes like, it starts off as like simple like gang warfare, and then it evolves into like full scale like technological military warfare. I have a lot of admiration for those games. I think they were unfortunately too ahead of their time, and then when they tried to reboot, it was way behind the times. Totally missed the mark on both ends. Unfortunately.
You've returned with my axe. I knew that would be his response. As soon as you left, I sent word to General Tullius, who's been kind enough to lend us some of his troops, and Legate Scipius here. Let Ulfric try to make it past our combined forces. I'll turn you back over to your legion. Legate Scipius will have use for you.
Back Bob, what's up, brother? How was work? Was it crazy today?
Now, if you don't mind, I've got a city to keep.
Take a moment to breathe, soldier.
But, sir.
Breathe.
The outer walls are strong. If we can hold them there.
Who are you talking to, Jarl?
Damn it. Where did they get catapults?
Typical Bethesda polish. Sitting around the corner looking at a wall talking to this guy over here.
So, he wants to take my city. Walls intact.
The men will be fighting in flames.
My men are fearless. It's the Imperial milk drinkers I'm worried about.
If you prefer, I can take my men and leave.
No, of course not. Just don't let me down, Scipius. We'll need to set up water brigades to combat the flames.
Store was crazy. Membership was busy.
Nerevar, I know
Jesus.
when Elder Scrolls 6 is coming out. I got connections. I got oil money. The Elder Scrolls 6 will release.
God,
July
Dagoth.
13th, 1982. We're building a time machine, Nerevar.
Scared me.
Sir, they're on the move. They'll be at the gates.
Almost had a couple blow up at each other because I was talking to them about exec and she was a hard yes and he was a hard no. Ooh. That would break up any strong relationship as upgrading their executive membership, let me tell you.
Move it, soldier. Spread the word. Go, go, go.
Let me tell you, it's hard to be an American, man. Oof.
Every miserable last one of them.
The Stormcloaks are here.
All right.
Force.
Well, let's go contribute to a civil war, shall we? Well, I'm glad your day's over, though. I'm glad you get to relax after all that. All right. Time for war, chat. Get this over with. She won. Well, of course, the woman always wins. I'm ready to game. I feel that. Yeah, I was thinking, I've been going for like an hour and a half now. I think I might take it like another 30, 60 minutes, depending on the vibe. Oh shit. I'm Sleepy 9. Oh, in my sleep 9. Freudian slip. I'm also sleepy, but in my sleep 9. Thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. But yeah, I was gonna say I'll probably go for a little bit longer, but then I'd love to play some party games tonight, hopefully. Yeah, welcome in my sleep 9. I appreciate you hanging out. I hope you've had fun so far. All right, man. Oh, we got the barrel. I'm trying to think. Oh man, do we have like any AoE? Not really. We could go beast form, but then that would make everyone attack us, I think. I think we just gotta do this, basically. Oh, shit. I'm down for golf, peak villain, whatever's popping. Kind of feeling golf, though. I'd be down for golf. That sounds great. I'd love to play some golf. I was actually thinking about that the other day. Golf sounds fantastic. If, wow. I was worried about that. I had a feeling this might be kind of tough. Yeah, if anyone wants to join, I think we're gonna play some mini golf after this. All are welcome. Shit. That ability, I think, does more damage to our allies than it's ever done to opponents. Oh, look at this. Oh, he hit me. Damn it! God damn it. Okay, I need to, like, sit back, I think. I'm not meant to be on the front line. Not with this build. I think the biggest thing is I just gotta make sure that they can't destroy the drawbridge, I believe. So I think I might just sit back here and focus on the stragglers that try to run through like idiots. Pew! Skyrim is fun to watch before sleep. Yeah, very true. Yeah, my girlfriend, she puts on a lot of VODs, and that's kind of what inspired me to start with Skyrim, is because I felt like, because I've only been streaming for like a couple months now, so I felt like it was a good game to kind of like get my bearings. But that's funny, your name is In My Sleep, and sounds like you're headed to bed soon. My game's a little modded, as you can tell, so it may not be the most relaxing experience before bed with all the pews, but I appreciate you hanging out. But yeah, typically Skyrim is, I mean, we're in the middle of a war right now, so of course it's going to be loud and obnoxious, but yeah, usually it's pretty chill, quiet experience. Oh, damn! Sorry. I'll keep it down for you. Oh, just looking away. Alright. Alright, chat. I'm locked in this time. I have so many potions and they're like all bad. I wish Dagoth was here. I think the biggest thing is I just need to keep the Blade of Woe charged so I can get that health drain. Alright, I'll quick save. I won't forget this time. There we go. Good progress now. You know, speaking of, the guards are super juiced, man. I always forget that we're playing on Legendary. And then usually just about anything still one-taps me. Just like that. I think Golf with Friends 2 is supposed to come out soon. Pretty sure it's this year. Oh, you know what? I was gonna mention this earlier. I started watching Total Drama Island. I've watched that show like to finish twice now. That is genuinely such a good show, and I will die on that hill. Total Drama Island is absolutely goated. Alright, we gotta charge. Oh, not drop. Oh no, oh no. It's not what I wanted to do. Oh god, I'm just hitting everybody. Slowly but surely. You guys getting sick of the pew yet? I hadn't had the foresight to think about that mod when it comes to these civil wars. Oh, that one scared me. We're gonna get it, chat. I won't give up. Oh boy, this is rough. Never, it'll always be funny. Good, I'm glad. I just need to get this general. He's like the biggest threat. Nice. Oh, I know it's pins, but now that there are more people here, I mentioned it when I started streaming, but I just wanted to say that we raised $240 for Movember in the month of June, so, you know, kudos to you guys. I really appreciate it. That's pretty huge, honestly. I'm pretty stoked on that. Gotta be careful with those axes. Anything two-handed will kill me, no doubt. Also, my girlfriend and I went to the Renaissance Fair for our anniversary, and it was an absolute blast. The local Renaissance Fair puts on actually like a pretty legit production. It's really cool. There's like jousting and like fighting and everything. Fully armored with shields and weapons. It's cool. It's really impressive for this area. Oh, run. That's awesome. Yeah. No, it was amazing. It was my first month hitting affiliate, so, you know, I'm really amazed with how much we were able to get. Oh, damn. But yeah, I got my turkey leg. There was a coffee stand. I think this is brilliant. Like, genius branding. But there's a local coffee stand that they put up a stall for the Renaissance Fair, but they completely rebrand as like a potion emporium, and they just sell like, you know, like Red Bulls and stuff like that. And I get so many of their drinks every year. I'm all for it, man. I think it's genius. Alright, chat. We just about... Oh, we're so close. But yeah, I got my turkey leg, I got I drank like 40 ounces of Red Bull and syrup. All because it's got a mage branding, you know? Because they call it, the coffee stall is called Mageberry. Watch some people joust. Some really sick cosplay. Some really impressive stuff. I'd love to dress up one year. Once I have, like, expendable money like that... Ooh, nice shot. Once I have expendable money like that, I'm definitely going all out on some cosplay. At expos and Renaissance fairs. 100%. That's my dream. Alright, chat, we are getting so close. My only healing right now is the Blade of Woe. I'll just spam left click. I saw that swing. We're almost there. Promise you. I just need a quick save. This is the one, chat. This is the one. Oh, no, 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 no. Oh. That was some crazy dodging, if I say so myself. Oh! Careful where you point that thing. Come on. Come on. Let's get this over with. Oh, there's so many of them. I gotta get back. There we go. Oh no? We're still going? Damn, I thought we had it. Come on. Maybe we just gotta kill all that's left. Is this the highest difficulty? Yeah, we're playing on Legendary right now. It's Legendary Survival. Get Legendary, and then Survival's on. So we can get tired, we get hungry, we can get cold. And just about anything, no matter what it is, except for like maybe a skeever, pretty much one-taps us. Oh, and the fire. The fire killed us, of all things. The ambient fire on the ground is what it eventually did us in. That's very unfortunate. So the thing is, with our builds, is we're a stealth build, and to be fair, we can essentially one-tap everything ourselves as long as we can get that stealth off. But when you're in the middle of combat, or like a war like this, it just makes it exceptionally, exceptionally difficult. There we go. That was kind of bugged too. We definitely killed more than that last one. But we're done. Sick? Yeah. No, it's been a fun challenge. So I'll show you. We're about like 26 hours into our run. It's been rough. There's definitely been some really challenging parts. Although, on the flip side, they weren't there, but... So we're doing a pretty modded run, and we have 2 followers currently. I don't know if you've seen, like, the Dagoth... I don't know if you've seen a Dagoth, he says some pretty crude stuff, but we got Dagoth installed. He's a pretty entertaining follower.
Nerevar, do me a favor in your reality and ask Todd Howard a question for me. What happened to us, Todd? I miss what we used to be. I got a great idea for an Elder Scrolls 6 DLC. The Elder Scrolls 6. Sharmat, please, Todd, let me back in. Do you think you could tell him that Nerevar?
So we got a Dagoth. That one was pretty tame for him. Normally he says some pretty terrible stuff. And then we got Saksa down here.
If anyone sneaks up on us, I'll smell them coming. Or I might not. We will see.
So we got a couple of followers that kind of make things a lot easier. But it's still pretty difficult. And then right now, so all that we've done currently is we've done the Thieves Guild and the Dark Brotherhood. And then we had just done like the very beginning of the main quest line up to the point where you unlock dragons. And now I'm doing I like the Empire, so we're gonna do the whole Empire quest line, and then we're gonna circle back to like the main quest line, because as many hours as I have in this game, I've actually never fully beat Skyrim, and I genuinely don't know how this game ends. I haven't had it, believe it or not, I have not had the ending of this game spoiled for me, amazingly. And so, for the first time ever, I'm actually going to see how the story concludes. I only play on the PlayStation, but mods are essential. Normally, I'm kind of a Puritan, and I like to play without mods, but I figured for the stream, it would be a lot more interesting and entertaining with the mods. And I tried modding a couple of times, but I was definitely overly ambitious with my first couple of attempts, and I downloaded like 100, 200 plus mods, and of course it broke because I don't know what I'm doing. And so I've kind of changed it up, and I've like very carefully downloaded mods as we've been playing. And so far that's been working out pretty well. And I've got like a lot of really minor, obscure mods downloaded, just random things. So it has to be like right time, right place. A couple like texture overhauls. I've got like a city overhaul for like all the major cities, some random stuff like that. Perk tree overhaul, because this one makes a perk tree a lot more interesting. Random stuff. But yeah, right now I'm playing on PC. But currently, so I'm kind of in like the middle of like a huge life transition. Okay, really. I'm leaving my current job, and I'm kind of taking a month off to figure things out. But I've been telling everyone in the middle of that month that I take off from work, I'm gonna be streaming like a ton. Because I think eventually I would love to stream full time, like really truly. I'm like a huge nerd. I love video games. I love people that play video games. I love like building a community of nerds and everything, like that's just the stuff that I love. And so hopefully, within the next couple of months, I can kind of continue to stream a whole lot more. My plan is to stream like basically like at least like full time. Can't wait to see you get there. Yeah, and I appreciate that. That really means a lot to me. I have to remind myself that I got to talk in like affirmative like verbiage, not like I want to, but like I will,
Going straight through, or
I think there's a little bit of, at least at the very least, like mental power in talking like that, being affirmative and confident in yourself. And so,
straight through, or did you want to stop along the way?
Whenever the time comes, I always forget which one it is to Solitude. Whenever the time comes when I am a full-time streamer, yeah, that's my dream. That's my goal. I want to stream full time, and then once I'm streaming full time, I want to take that platform and that community and build a bunch of other projects that I've had stirring around in my mind for several years. There's a bunch of passion projects that I've always wanted to create and build and share with people. I'd love to write like graphic novels and comic books. I want to make my own video games at some points. These are all things like very far down the road. For right now, I would just be happy being a full-time streamer. There's so much power in affirmative speech. There truly is. I think it's one of those things that I think any like religious or dogmatic practice, I think just regardless of all those like huge perspectives on like the world and life, I think at the end of the day, just like as a person, like speaking affirmatively, I think it really, there's a lot of power in like belief, and like speaking confidently like that, not arrogantly, but speaking like confidently and like from a place of like self-love and respect, I think is very important. And it's something that I've been, working on. So, right, when I become a full-time streamer. But yeah, in the meantime, I definitely plan on streaming a lot more. and I'm gonna be. I intend to establish myself as like a variety streamer, so I'm gonna be playing a lot of Skyrim for sure. But there's like a bunch of other games starting like July 8th. I'm gonna have like themed days of games that I'm gonna stream each day, and I'm gonna stream like at least 5 days a week. So you're kind of catching me like right on the precipice of me streaming like a whole lot more. So, but yeah, I appreciate you hanging out, Sleep. It's super cool. I'm reading a book that emphasizes creating goals out of inspiration, not desperation. I hope you can follow your dreams. It sounds like a really good book. And yeah, I think that's one that can resonate with a lot of people for sure. And I think, yeah, that I always try to think about life in terms of like, if there's like whatever you do, I think it's always important to focus on like the foundation first. And I think that book's like a good example of that, because if you build a foundation of a goal off of, you know, desperation versus inspiration, that will further dictate like the evolution of that goal. So if you got like a rocky foundation, obviously their structure won't stand, as like kind of like a, you know, a metaphor.
Or the Empire.
Yeah. No, you know, it's life is life is like a ever evolving series of tasks and challenges that miraculously, you know, punch you in the face day in, day out, but you always just have to rise to the call, you know? Exactly, it can feel restricting that way. No, for sure. That does sound like a dope book. Never thought of it that way before, but we're definitely more likely to try to achieve the goal if it's something out of desire versus necessity. Well, you know, not like so not to get like too deep into it, but my dad it's kind of crazy. There's a whole thing that came up with my dad recently, and so I had to take a glance at his death certificate. But my dad passed like almost a year ago today, and that really like shifted my perspective on a lot of things in a good way. I'm at peace with everything, you know. He was a really awesome guy, and I loved him and I miss him, but you know, like the main point that I'm getting to is that like it really like put a lot of things into perspective for me, like pretty quickly. And you know, talking about goals and affirmations and everything, it just like, oh man, like, you know, I gotta work on the things that really matter to me, you know, because I've had those thoughts for so long now, but it's like time for action, you know. Book name is called Don't Believe Everything You Think. Cool, I'll check it out. I'll put it on my list right now. Thing you think. Why your thinking is the beginning and end of suffering. By Joseph Wynn. Oh, oh man. Nice honor. Oh man. Shoot. Hype train level 3? That's insane, dude. Well, Knight's Honor, as always. You know, you were too kind, man, truly. I'm sorry I don't have alerts set up or anything yet. I know I've been kind of slacking on that. Once I leave my job, you know, I will get on that right away. But yeah, man, Knight's Honor, I really appreciate you. It really means a lot. I never expect you to do that. You know, just know that it's never expected of you, but it is very kind and very appreciative of you, and it means a lot.
Frost.
Hype train level 3 though. That's oh shit. You know, it's funny. I'm up to 31 subscribers right now, and I think like 25 of those are you, Knight's Honor. But yeah, man, thank you. I really appreciate it. You know, eventually, I'll definitely, I'm gonna, oh boy, this might be a really tough fight. I'll have to set up some sort of like, I don't know, some sort of like rewards program or something. Yeah, that's what I figured that was gonna happen. That's so funny too. Every time a hype train's been started, it's because of you. Holy shit, Dragon is broken. Everything in this game is broken. Gotta use a sneaky bow. I know. I know. I should get a bow. I don't have a bow. That's the thing. But I've got a quest. I just gotta find which quest it is. Can't forget Mazel Tov. We gotta get foreskins. Hold on, let me find it. There's a quest that gives us like one of the best bows in the game. Oh man. Well, either way, we gotta go to Whiterun, so. And cannon fodder, aka followers. I mean, yeah, we do have Dagoth and Soxa. They're just kind of sitting around doing nothing. Those bastards. By the way, Knight's Honor, you want to play some golf with friends with us tonight?
Where do you want to go?
And Sleep, you're invited as well. It sounds like you're headed to bed soon, but if ever you want to play some golf with friends with us, you're more than welcome to. Am I tripping? Oh, there it is.
Going straight through, or did you want?
All right, Knight's Honor.
Back and we'll be off.
That's the one thing. Right now, that's the one thing I can do for you is all the How do you get the Nightingale bow? I know it sounds familiar. I can't remember how to get it. Never did I expect to hear gotta get foreskins from someone playing Skyrim. Good old Yeah, so the author of Dagoth did like an art contest and someone designed foreskins, which I don't know if I could show on Twitch, honestly. I'm a little nervous about that. But yeah, it's like a fully fledged quest now. I'm nervous to do it. I don't know if it's I'd love to, but it's bowling night. It's Thieves Guild. Mercer, you gotta kill that hoe. Man, maybe I have it then. I might have, you know what? I might have gotten the bow and I might have sold it. But I did the Thieves Guild quest. Let me double check.
Where do you want to go?
If I wasn't an idiot,
Straight through, or did you want
it's
to climb and back?
in my place in Riften.
You'll want to watch yourself in Riften. A lot of ways to get yourself in trouble in that town.
Probably not, LMAO. Yeah, probably not. You're probably right. Oh, we got a hype chest. What is this? Respectfully no emote? Bro just casually says sells the best bow in the game. I might have. No guarantee, but I may have done that. Hype chests on the way. Oh hey, once again, Knight's Honor, thank you. I gotta think of some way to like express my gratitude beyond words for you guys that do that, because that's crazy, man.
Watch what you're doing.
I'm just like, you selling all your gold stuff, your good stuff? I might be, honestly, just not paying attention like an idiot. I think for me, like, since I'm so new to streaming, there's just so much to learn. But at the same time, like, it's so fun, man. There's just so much you can do. It's crazy. Like, once you scratch the surface of streaming, there's just, oh, it's just limitless. So if you guys have any suggestions, by all means, I am no expert, so I'm all ears to your opinions and thoughts. But I'm hoping that the Nightingale bow that Knight's Honor was talking about a minute ago, it should be down here in my house. I pray to God. It should be somewhere on one of these racks. There it is. Freezes a target for 15 points and shocks target for 7 points. Okay. 14 damage. We'll give it a shot. The thing that sucks is I have like no bow skill currently, but we'll make it work. Nice. Yeah, no, that was a huge save, honestly. Now I just need to get arrows. Oh, you know what?
What do you need from Daddy, my little Discord kitten? Got some more dragon bones and scales that you are 70 levels too low to even use?
That's so funny, because that's literally what I'm going to pull from his inventory. Dagoth, just, he knows, man.
Nothing else?
His intelligence and wisdom transcends. Oh, sorry, chat. I forgot to mention ads, but I think because of Knight's Honor, my entire, nearly half of my follower base is subscribers. And that's a vast majority due to Knight's Honor, which is crazy. But I'm sitting at more than 50% subscriber to follow ratio, which is insane. But you know what? I will take that money. I will reinvest it in the stream, I promise you. My biggest thing right now, man, I've been dying to find a good artist to commission. But I'm looking for a very specific style. And it's hard to find, like, good, trustworthy artists, because there's just so many bot accounts on the internet right now. But you know what I was thinking? I really want to get someone that does like an Adventure Time style art. And I really want to commission them to design like a little mascot character for the emotes for the channel.
Greetings, honored friend.
Okay, I need to buy some arrows.
Safe travels, Landstrider.
That's what I want to do.
Come to take a look.
Elven arrows. Steel arrows. Looks like we'll get the elven and the steel. I guess the iron too, just to be safe.
Remember, nothing but genuine fire salts will do. The forge knows the difference. What brings you?
And this is a good bow, but I think that other one that I was thinking of might be a better bow. We can go get it and we can compare. Because that other bow's pretty legit that I'm thinking of. Yeah, wait, that's a cute idea. I appreciate that. Well, I found this guy Crom. I think he's a French artist. It looks like he does a little bit of everything. Like, I think he started in tattoo, but then I saw that he started doing like graphic novels and comic books, and he's got a style it's very unique. It's very his own thing, but it's like very akin to Adventure Time. And I tried messaging him and I tried emailing his commission email, and he didn't respond to me, which is totally fine. He looks more than self-sufficient on his own art, so I don't expect him to answer my commission. But like, his style is like exactly what I want. Like I would love for him to design something for me. But I would love to find an artist like that to design like an Adventure Time-esque character with like just the way the style is, and I want him to design like a little Thunder Knight type of dude.
Did you know that Vivek was born a hermaphrodite?
God.
Do you think his testicles were blue or yellow? Or do you think they were split
Jeez.
down the middle as well? That shit
You have the bow already. It's the Nightingale bow. Next one that's better is the Daedric bow, then Dragonbone. Well, there's a Creation Club bow that I think it does two things. I think it makes you invisible for 30 seconds when you crouch or when you pull it out, and then I think it increases draw speed by like 30% or 20% or something like that. I don't know if you know that one that I'm talking about, but it's like it's part of the Creation Club add-ons. But yeah, like I love Adventure Time. I love the art style, and that Crom guy, like I was saying, he's super talented, and like that's literally like the artist that I want. But I think he's just, you know, I think he's beyond my level currently. I think if I were to able to develop a bigger platform and probably be able to pay a higher commission because he's very talented and he'd definitely be worth it. But I would love for him to design like a little Thunder Knight character and like make emotes off of that character. My girlfriend was starting to, because she went to school for art and she's very talented, and she started to design some things for me, and we're kind of, you know, we're working through it and we're seeing if, you know, it's something that I think would stick. But I'm pretty sure I got the quest somewhere in my miscellaneous. Might have to talk to a bartender first. Or I might have like a note or something that I gotta read. Oh, that's in a cave by Whiterun, I think. It's a quest that you get from a bartender when you ask for the rumors, and then you gotta go talk to Aventus Provenici, whatever. Proventus Avenici. I was mixing up. You got to talk to Proventus, and he tells you about how there's a plot to assassinate Jarl Balgriff, and then you got to like follow some clues, and then eventually you find the assassin who's like up in the rafters in the hold, and when you kill him, he drops the bow. I just got to figure out at what points I have that because I don't remember. I think, and my quest log is just so full.
Honored.
Because there's just so much stuff in here, I don't even know where to begin. So I'm going to see if I could just talk to him. But I think I also have to read like a letter first. In case I have it. I didn't read that one. Okay, not that one. So, for anyone that wasn't here earlier, which I think is a majority of the people currently in chat, I have this unsolicited picture of a cock in my inventory. I have no idea where it came from, and I'm really hesitant to open it on stream, so I'm not going to. But yeah, there's that. I'm pretty sure Dagoth probably gave it to us at some points, but okay. I'm gonna wait for Proventus. There he is. No, that's Jarl. Where's that little turd? There he is.
Nonsense. Divines bless you. May the ground you walk quake. Of course. It's all in this note.
Okay, I think this is the quest. Yeah. This is it. I have a feeling if it's not a better bow, it's pretty damn close. There we go.
Nerevar, you keep bumping into me like that, and
But yeah, like I was saying, I'll take that money, Knight's Honor, and I'll reinvest it into the stream. I really want to get some emotes. I in general need like a huge like assets package for my Twitch. I started, everything that you see now was designed by me, and I'm not a graphic designer by any means. I thought about getting into it for a little while. I just don't really have the patience. Oh, the war messed up the town. I was like, what's going on?
Looking for you. Got something
Oh, the courier's a cat.
Your hands only. Looks like that's it.
Items added, but I just don't know what it could have been. Your cart's extended, that's probably what it is. Your cart's extended warranty. We've been trying to reach you about your cart's extended warranty. Blah, blah, blah. Yeah. I've got a mod where I get spam mail. Because why not?
If you were getting them from my farm, they'd be twice as fresh. Do you get to the cloud district?
I'm pretty sure there's a mod.
Oh, what am I saying? Of course you don't.
Yes. We also downloaded a mod for Nazim. I forgot that we did, but then I remembered when I heard his voice. Don't worry, he's safe. I think. Yeah, he's fine. But yeah, I need like a Twitch overlay package. Like I need the full. That's not an invitation for any bot accounts. Cause, dude, oh my god, I might just make a tweet honestly, and just say, hey, you know, I'm looking for anyone that can do this style. And just have people send me their portfolios. But I'm also like I'm a very particular person, and when I have my mind on something, I won't rest until like I get that thing that I exactly want. And every part of me just specifically desperately wants that Crom artist. So I don't know. I might just keep shooting my shot. Yep, so we got a... I already know it. There we go. Oh, I forgot we gotta go to this camp. Damn it. That's okay, it's right there. I think I'll get this bow, and then I think I'll probably call it there for tonight. But it's been a really fun stream. It's you guys always amaze me, because like, I don't know, man. You know, for those of you that don't know, like I've worked retail for like the last 5 years of my life, and retail is, for me anyways, like retail's tough. And you know, like I mentioned earlier with like my dad passing and everything, I was just like, okay, I gotta do something with my life. You know, I want to do something that I'm passionate about. And every time like I feel down, like I feel overwhelmed, like I start streaming, and I like, even when like, because usually when I like right when I start for the day, it's usually like pretty quiet and there's not a lot of people in there. But then like, even like, you know, like sleep, you know, like I really appreciate the follow today, and like Knight's Honor, like the 10 gifted, like, you know, man, like it's just really cool. It means a lot to me, and it really makes my day, you know. Just I just love this stuff, man. It's so fun because I literally just get to do what I already love doing, which is playing video games, and then like I get to chill with like chill people. I'm blessed, you know. I'm very lucky, and I never want to take that for granted. It's been a hot, oh boy, it's been a hot minute since I've used a bow. I need my VATS. I'm sorry, chat. This is oh. Too bad that sneak attack was on Shadow Mirror. This is embarrassing, chat. I'm sorry. I'm sorry that you have to witness this. There we go. Shadowmere's luckily taken a lot of damage for us, though. That's pretty nice of him. Okay, so I'm gonna do... Wasn't that the... We have one ability that, like, makes us disappear. Yeah, disengage. I guess that didn't work, though. Unfortunately. We should probably level our archery anyways, as grueling as it may be. I don't get it. So we've got 100 sneak, and we've got literally every perk in the sneak category, and somehow we get discovered every single time. It's been a hot minute since we've had like our stealth work out for us. I'm a little disappointed. Sucks too, all these guys are thugs. Alright, this is taking too long. There we go. Let's just get this over with, shall we, chat? Ooh, boy, that hurt. That hurt a lot. Oh, No, 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 no. Oh, no, I dropped it. Oh, I'm stuck. Oh. I keep doing that. Nice. Grilled chicken breast, huge loot. Low-key goated. Okay. So how are we currently detected? Probably something like deep in one of the mods where sneaking doesn't work. Yeah, you're probably right. Wouldn't surprise me. Hi, by the way, Thundercats, how have you been? Like, what's up? What's new? I wished both the kids happy birthday. It's crazy they're so close to each other. But yeah, I hope you and the family are doing well. I miss you guys. How'd the hockey camp go? I ain't gonna lie though, you did get me hooked on Skyrim now, so I've been playing a ton of that. That's good. I'm glad. It's a good game, man. You could play it when you want to. Oh, that's.
Time for you to die.
Wow. I just got shotgun blasted into Elder Scrolls 6. I think that puts us really far back too, unfortunately. That puts us so far back. Alright, time to suck it up. Yeah, we've been good, looking forward to another camp around the end of the month up by you. Oh, sweet. Well, perfect. That'll be good timing too. I won't be working at the time, so yeah, I look forward to it. But yeah, no, Skyrim's great. It's a game you can play when you want to be focused or when you don't want to be focused at all. I know like Sleep was in here and they were saying like, you know, it's a good game to like watch to fall asleep to. It's also a good game when you just want to like, you know, go hard and cause some mayhem. But yeah, you know, I've been playing games for a while, so I got some pretty goated takes. Kidding. But yeah, starting July 8th, I've been kind of reiterating for everybody that's been kind of, damn, blame it on me for distracting you. Yeah, that was your fault, 100%. I've been kind of reiterating though, starting July 8th, I'll be streaming full time, at least for the time being anyways. We'll see what happens after a little while, but I'm gonna take it easy, kind of reorient. I'm gonna figure some things out. I'm gonna stream a bunch, which I'm super excited for, and I'm gonna be doing like a heavy game rotation. I'm gonna have like I'll release a schedule here pretty soon. I'll put it in my Discord, and you know, I'll throw it up on Twitter and Twitch and everything. But I'm gonna do like themed days, and I'm gonna do like a pretty heavy game rotation, at least 5 days a week, probably 6 or 7 just for fun, because I won't have anything better to do, you know. But yeah, we're gonna be playing a lot of games. I'm really looking forward to it. A bunch of stuff I've had on my list for a while now that I just haven't had the chance to finish, or stuff that I have finished and I just love it so much I want to play it again, you know. Ooh, got one shot. You gotta upgrade your bow. Yeah, no, I haven't. This is literally the first time in this run that I've picked up the bow, so my skill's low and I have no points developed into it at all. So yeah, it's gonna be a long ride for sure. Last camp was good. Little Thunder and Little Thunderette had good birthdays. Older one just wanted to play video games and board games. Oh yeah, I can totally relate to that for sure. What's some good upgrades? Once you upgrade, there's no good way to replace it without destroying it, right? It's upgraded. There's no good way to replace it without destroying it. Wait. You mean like good upgrades for a bow? Are you responding to Knight's Honor? Oh. Really? Oh, what? That was crazy. I didn't hit that bandit, but I guess I hit a wolf way off. Oh my, I would love to hit a shot, man. Let me tell you. Just a shot would be cool. Oh my goodness. Dude, this bandit miraculously sidesteps every time at the perfect time. Of course, yeah. Of course there's an invisible wall there. Oh, okay. I gotta get out of there. Weapon enchantments, upgrades, either one of y'all. You know, I'm probably not the best person to ask that question to. Well, I mean, I guess it depends, like, what build are you going for? Are you doing, like, a stealth archer build? Is that your thing? Yikes. Dude, I am so bad with this bow right now. Holy cow, it's embarrassing. Yeah, I guess it just depends on what you're using. Because, like, currently my personal go-to is I will just find, like, the best unique weapon of that variant that I'm using in the game. So, like, for example, like, I found the Blade of Woe and Mayron's Razor, which are both from separate quest lines. And they're just, like, close to, if not, like, the best daggers in the game, without either crafting, like, a Daedric or like a dragon bone equivalent and just kind of enchanting it yourself. And that's kind of its own thing, because eventually at some points with like alchemy, enchanting, and smithing, you can kind of create this like infinite looping cycle where like your potions can enhance your enchanting, and then your enchantments can enhance like your alchemy, and then you can like filter in like smithing into that. and then all of a sudden you can have like a, you know, like a 30,000% boost to like your smithing, and then you can smith like a 17,000 damage dagger, and you know, if you want to like go like that crazy crafting route. I'm actually doing the orc two-handed hammer just because of the high output. You know, man, hold on, let me look it up. There's a big two-handed hammer. Volendrung. It's yeah, and I don't have like all this stuff like off the top of my head. It may not be the best hammer in the game, but I think it looks super cool. I can't remember how to get it, but Volendrung is like a really cool Daedric warhammer in my opinion. There's one from the Shivering Isles, or not the Shivering Isles, that's Oblivion. There's one from oh, what DLC is it? It's the DLC where you go to Solstheim. I think it's the Dragonborn DLC. Yeah, because you gotta go fight Marak eventually. In the Dragonborn DLC, if you start going through that quest line, there's like an Imperial, there's like a dead Imperial general that drops a hammer that's got an enchantment that I think it does all fire, lightning, and frost damage. And I think I remember that one being like pretty good because of the enchantment, and I think it just has like good raw damage. But obviously that's kind of like a ways away, so damn. I guess yeah, until you get especially, well, I would say like as an orc, smithing is like huge too. Like definitely like focus on smithing. Okay, I'm just gonna get out of here. Screw this. I'm like on the verge of death. I can't damage these guys. I'm just gonna keep rolling away. But yeah, like get into smithing for sure. I feel like that'd be a good route until you can find like those like top tier unique weapons, like the Daedric, or just like the unique two-handed warhammers. Usually my go-to, whether like they're like the best or not, oh, the long hammer, because I randomly found it, but I don't think it has any enchantments to start. The long hammer, actually, I unironically, I think that might be the best hammer in the game, if that's the one that I'm thinking of. Yeah. Genuinely, I think I recall, and now I'm not like a huge like Skyrim metagamer. I don't have like data sheets of statistics on like, you know, what game out DPSs or what weapon out DPSs. Like I don't know, I don't have like that extensive of knowledge. But in my time perusing like social media and all that, I think I recall a lot of people with the general consensus that the Longhammer is unironically like the best two-handed warhammer in the game. So you might be set, honestly, without obviously, like I said earlier, doing like the infinite crafting loop and just building up like this insane warhammer yourself that's like mega enchanted, that's like Daedric. Right, yeah, because the Longhammer, I don't know if it explicitly states it, but whether it does or doesn't, it you can swing it 30% faster than any other warhammer in the game. And I guess that 30% swing speed actually contributes like a huge amount to the overall DPS of the weapon. So honestly, I think for a good while, unless you want to go like that insane crafting route, I think you're good. You might be totally set. And it's kind of a shock because it's a very unassuming weapon. Because again, I don't even think it says the enchantment on it, but no, that thing's a legit beast.
If it's work you need, sure thing. It's yours for it. Take a look.
I don't know if it's changed since when I played, but grinding smithing can be a literal grind because you just have to craft so much. But I remember the strat back in the day is you would just spam iron daggers because it's like the cheapest, best experience output. Because I think it's like a leather or like a couple leather straps and like an iron ingot or something. And so you can just make like hundreds of iron daggers and then you can get your smithing up super high. Sweet. Yeah, I've seen Spiffing Brit do some infinite loops on enchanting crafting, but I'm so new, I'm just hoarding junk. Yeah, I love Spiffing Brit. And yeah, that's yeah, you know what I'm talking about then, that infinite crafting loop. I think that's the video where he makes like the fork that like one hits dragons. So I haven't gotten too far into anything. But you know, at the end of the day, I don't get like too wrapped up in like getting the best gear or anything like that. Of course it's fun to get like a really good build, don't get me wrong, but don't worry about like the insane metagaming. Like this game is so beautiful and it's so dense and there's like such a good story and characters. Just have fun with it, you know? You got a good hammer regardless, and you could craft a better one if you so choose, but don't, because once you become like unbeatable, then the game just becomes unfun in my opinion. Because if there's no challenge, that kind of just defeats the purpose. But speaking of no challenge, I'm gonna assassinate this assassin. Oh, I can pickpocket him. See ya, boy. Kiwi paste, I've seen that, yeah. That's good to know about smithing. I've done a bit, but nothing crazy yet. Yeah, smithing, yeah, Frisk Lightning. What's up, buddy? How you doing? But yeah, smithing is a chore. You basically just gotta spam. So yeah, here's the Bow of Shadows that I was talking about. We'll compare it to the Nightingale bow. So this does 21 damage, Nightingale does 14. Now it does have like 22 damage in enchantments, so like what, 22 plus 14, 36, kind of, sort of, if that applies to like raw damage. But then this has 20% faster draw speed and cast invisibility for 30 seconds. I mean, the Nightingale might do like it might do more raw damage, but I feel like that draw speed, I think the speed just makes a huge difference. Because I mean, my bow skill is completely unupgraded, and that's like max draw. So I don't know, we could kind of test both. Yeah, I think he might have done one or two more since then, but I love his stuff. Oh yeah, I love Spiffing Brit. What's Rihanna Keeves, right? That's his Skyrim character.
I serve Jarl Balgruff. Excellent. You've done us a great service. Here is your reward.
But yeah,
Enjoy your visit to Dragon's Reach.
How you doing, Frisk Lightning? I hope you're doing well. I'm glad to see you hanging out in the chat. It's always nice having you around. What do we got? What do we got? That's right. We were gonna do the Empire questline, and then we got attacked by a dragon. So we gotta go. I think we gotta go to what? Dawnstar. Yeah, we gotta go to Dawnstar. But smithing does pay off. Are you going heavy armor, I'm assuming, as an orc? You're doing the standard orc build, heavy armor, two-handed weapon. It's a good build, don't get me wrong. That's probably my favorite in the game. That's the one that like I always do. And plus like the orc racial ability, the damage reduction is so good. That's saved me so many times. Orc and heavy armor with a two-handed weapon, for sure goated, undoubtedly. It's just a fun build too, because you don't have to worry about stealth. You can just face tank everything, and just like if you get like a good swinging arc, you could take out like a whole group of bandits in one swing. It's pretty crazy.
Yes? Where do you want to go? Going straight through, or did you want...
But yeah, Frisk, we what did we do today? we did like the introductory like main quest line to get dragons unlocked, and then we're jumping into like the Empire quest line. And then once we finish like the whole Empire quest line, we're gonna go back to the main quest. But yeah, just another chill day, hanging out with some cool people. No dragon this time, it looks like. What is this? Excuse me? A reindeer? What? Is this a mod? A grain parable?
Take a look.
Has this always been here? Did I just find Skyrim Santa?
Take a look.
Interesting. Reindeer bill of sale. This deed signifies ownership of a trained reindeer. Ownership may only be transferred with an accompanying bill of sale. I guess we have a reindeer now. That's cool. I wonder if it feels like it's faster than a horse, which is nice. Oh, what is this? We're just stumbling all kinds of stuff today. Just a random bandit. Got the squad. Alright, so I'm gonna give the Bow of Shadows a shot. Chillin'? Nice. Glad to hear it. I'm always worried about hitting friendlies, but oh well. Maybe they shouldn't get in the way. See, that's the spirit. That's what a true orc warrior would say. They should not have gotten in the way. It's their own fault. I did kick off dragons though way too early, and so I started encountering one nearly every time I fast travel. Yeah, that's like the only thing. That's like the caveat. What? Why am I almost dead? Oh, that's why. That's like the one caveat of introducing dragons into the game, is now you deal with them all the time. Okay, I can't mess this up. I can only take one shot, one opportunity. Oh god. Oh. Nice. Merry Christmas. Yeah. Merry Skyrim Christmas. That's kind of cool. Some orcish scaled armor. Ooh, orcish arrows. Nice. Screenshot time. That should be your YouTube screenshot. What was it? What are you referencing? I missed it. I got wrapped up in trying to survive the bandits. Why did that not feed my hunger at all? There we go. What was it, talking to Santa Claus? Oh, are you trying to put a link in? I might have to like change a setting. Someone tried to clip something the other day and they tried to type it into chat, and that same thing happened. You clipped it? Okay, cool. I'll watch the clip after the stream then. I might have to change like a chat setting now. Whenever people try to link something, it just asterisks it out. That might have been like a safety setting that's like pre-enabled or something. Alright, Leggett Ricky. Leggett Ricka, what are we doing?
The General and I have our disagreements. I need you to deliver some false orders to the Stormcloak commander in Dawnstar. But first, we need to get our hands on some rebel orders to make the forgeries. The Nightgate and Candlehearth Inns are frequent stops for Stormcloak runners. See if you can't convince one of the innkeepers to help you.
Make it subs only or something. I don't know. I might have on accident.
Don't do anything rash if you go
I
to
might,
Windhelm.
yeah.
Well,
I'd have to look at my settings to figure out what's going on.
good luck out there.
But either way, regardless, the clip shows up in my account, like on my Twitch, and I can look at it anyways. So either way, I can find it pretty easily because it'll show up like with all my other clips. Gotta go all the way to Windhelm. What are my quests? Find the Stormcloak courier. Oh, there's one over there too, I guess. All right. Shoot.
Stay alert.
But yeah, tomorrow I'm gonna stream some Peak. You guys seen Peak yet? The climbing party game. I'm gonna stream some Peak with some peeps. Should be a fun time. That game's pretty chaotic, pretty fun. So that'll be fun. I'm looking forward to that. We got Saxa, but we lost Dagoth. Oh, no, I see his skinny ass. It's been a minute since we've heard from him.
What's up, Beefcake? I'm actually the most humble guy out there, dude.
I know.
So are we done talking, or did you fat finger yourself out of the dialogue menu?
He's so wise. You know, I gotta tell you guys, I am keeping up my hopes for Elder Scrolls 6. I know we haven't heard anything about it in so long now, and a part of me is hoping that's a good sign, you know? I'm taking the silence as a good thing, because on the other hand, you get something that's over-marketed, but not very good. Not always, but sometimes that's the case. They blew all their budget on marketing and none of it on the game. Yeah, we need to get our bow skill up bad. And don't get me wrong, like I love this whole Nordic theme with like the snow and Skyrim and everything, but I am beyond stoked for a Hammerfell game. I love like hot deserty climates settings, and I think like the Redguard culture has so much potential to be something really cool and unique, and like there's I don't know about Elder Scrolls Online because I never played ESO, but in like all the base main titles, there's just not a whole lot explored on like the Redguard. So I'm really excited for it. Dude, ice wraiths suck. I hate these things. I think sometimes our shots are landing, but they're not registering. Sox is holding it down for us, though. Is that Dagoth over there? Who's that running? Snow is cool, but it gets kind of repetitive after a while. Yeah, sand. It's just yellow snow. Sand is the solution. I love a water temple. There's never enough water temples in a video game. I want a tropical, I want to see Bethesda do a tropical desert setting, because I think that's going to be peak. Always the best part of any game. Just imagining Stinky saying pew, not very stealthy. That's why he's always discovered, and he's never hidden. Thank you. Get it, Dagoth. Tropical would be very cool. I think, yeah, because I think Hammerfell is like, so if I understand it correctly, I believe Hammerfell is like predominantly inspired by kind of like a blend of like Persian and maybe like Turkish culture. I'm sure there's sprinklings of many other cultures from that region. But I believe it's like a lot of like Turkish and Persian culture. And so I believe like the predominant setting is going to be like a hot, arid desert environment. But obviously that leads to a simple segue for like an oasis or like tropical islands on the coast. You know, because when you think about like, I guess for me, like kind of like an almost like parallel way of viewing like game design methodology. You've got like Skyrim, which was like a cornerstone of gaming for so long now, and it's very like Norse mythology. And I think Bethesda's making a really good move going into Hammerfell. And it's not quite Egyptian, but it's kind of like Egyptian mythology adjacent, you know? Because you got like Norse, Egyptian, Greek / Roman, and then you got like there's kind of, you know, you can get into like Central and like South American mythologies, like Japanese, Chinese, Hinduism. But anyways, like, yeah, I think, I'm so stoked. I mean, I know none of it's confirmed that it's going to be like Hammerfell and Redguard and all that, but I think it's pretty well guesstimated at this point that that's what it's going to be. And I, for one, am like beyond stoked for it. I'm ready. I think I messed up the first clip attempt because I was doing it on my phone. I think I got it fixed though. Yeah, cool. I'll check it out after the stream. Doesn't matter much though. Yeah, I'm sure we'll get it all sorted. Blood Shield Cavern. Oh, I think this is that like vampire house cave. Oh. What happened here? Is this a looter? Yeah, it's a scavenger. I have a feeling they're gonna turn aggro on us. Oh boy, they're strong. Oh, okay, never mind. I'm good. Sorry for bothering you, sir. I'll leave you be, damn. I'll just keep rolling on my way. Skyrim would be the gold standard for sure. I'm surprised they haven't done more fleshing out of the areas, because you have Morrowind and Skyrim, right? Maybe one or two others. I mean, you've got, so like 1 and 2, I think were very like rudimentary. I never played them. But I think they obviously like took place and built on the lore of the Elder Scrolls, but I think oh, these are bandits, of course. Who is this guy? Is that just another bandit? What's going on? I may be wrong on this, but I'm fairly certain that 3 was the first to introduce like the major, well, 2, I can't remember 2 at all. But I think 3 was much more memorable for like its open world exploration, and that's where you got Morrowind. And then 4 introduced Cyrodiil, which is like the home of the Imperials, and then 5 was Skyrim. And I think ESO, like Elder Scrolls Online, I think you could basically explore like the entire Elder Scrolls world, to my understanding, but at the same time, it's an MMO, so obviously they have to cut a lot of corners and omit a lot of details and sacrifice like actual scale. So ESO, you can like theoretically see, I think, just about like the entire game worlds at this point, I imagine, with all the expansions. But like I said, a lot of it is watered down to fulfill like the what's the word I'm looking for? Like the technical limits of being like an MMO scale game. Because that's just kind of what happens with MMOs. You kind of have to sacrifice like quality for quantity a little bit. I'll trade you places, Kiwi. We'd be out in the legit desert. Yeah. Yeah, you guys, it's not even a desert. It's just like a dust bowl. Okay, so I think there's supposed to be some sort of Stormcloak courier.
What do you want? You see any other inns around here? Where else would I go?
Maybe we gotta ask.
Ah, hello. I tend to keep my patrons. Yeah, sure.
I tried.
I tend to keep my patrons' privacy.
Whatever. I got plenty of gold.
He was here, but he left. Or you can just wait here. He'll be back soon.
We'll catch him. I'm confident. I'm good. I need some water. I'll shrivel up. Yeah, I need water too. Living near water is very important. I played ESO for a little bit though. I gave it a shot, and I don't know. It didn't keep my attention very well. I think the major issue, and this was prevalent at the time, it may be different now, but I wanted an MMO that played like a main title Elder Scrolls game, and unfortunately it was just kind of that same MMO formula of just like mashing keys on your keyboard and like following a standard rotation. Which, I mean, hey, you know, a lot of people like that. That's cool. But in my mind, because like Fallout 76 kind of does it well. Like it's basically a Fallout game and it's like a pseudo MMO. Like, I don't know if you would call it. It's not so much like it's like an SMO, like a small multiplayer online RPG, you know? But like 76 is basically just another Fallout game, but online. And I was kind of hoping that's what Elder Scrolls was, but you got like the keyboard rotation. And after playing WoW for so long, I just kind of got over that.
No time to talk. Out of my way.
Oh! Don't hit me. Don't hit me. Take it easy, bro. Relax. Oh yeah, get him, Saxon. At the end of the day, though, like, I didn't even really want an Elder Scrolls MMO. Like, I just wanted to be able to play Skyrim with my friends. That was, like, the main thing. That's all I asked for. I want to live somewhere with actual trees and snow. Well, you live basically, like, next door to those things. You just miraculously live in the middle where all those things are omitted, and it's just replaced with dust. unfortunately. Pack Bob, there's a mod for that. Yeah, I know there's a mod for that. I guess I was more referencing the fact, like from like a Bethesda standpoint, because I feel like back when Skyrim came out, all people were asking for was to play Skyrim with their friends, like in more of like a couch co-op or like an online co-op format. And then Bethesda's like, all right, we listened to you and we made an MMO. And it's like, oh, that's cool. But I mean, I think ESO's still got like a pretty good player base, so obviously people are into it. But, and I know if it's done right, obviously it's a very profitable model, which is, you know, good. But I guess I wanted, at the end of the day, I'm just mad I never got my Bethesda sanctioned co-op Elder Scrolls game. Excuse me. Oh, that's cool. That's super cute. It's hard to play hockey when it's 110 degrees Fahrenheit 3/4 of the year. That sounds nearly impossible to play hockey in. Play some water hockey. What is this? I'll come back. Another time. I gotta report to Legate Ricka. Come on. I know you can do it. This is a very minor mountain compared to what we've scaled in the past. I don't think the skates will work unless you're Jeebus. That's why instead of water skates, you got water skis. That'd be kind of a cool sport, though. If you could get, like, propelled water skis, and it's basically just hockey, but on water. I'd watch that. You get like little motors in your water skis, and you just ski around on water. Ooh, what do we got? Hitting the deer? Nice. Come on, Soxa, get it. Hello? We go. That'd be dope as fuck, yeah. That would be cool. I've been to Tennessee, it's nice. Randomly ran into a dog handler I had employed with when down there for a funeral because he heard me and a bunch of our guys singing Bohemian Rhapsody in Nashville. It was a good time. That sounds like a very Nashville story. A bunch of guys singing Queen in Nashville. That just sounds like peak Nashville. That was 100% right in the brown eye. That was kind of what I was thinking too. I didn't want to say it out loud. What is this? This has got to be a Stormcloak fort. Man, we are way out there. Holy cow. I didn't realize how far away we were from the Imperial camp. We'll just keep rolling. I think this might be our fastest form of exploration. It takes no stamina. I think it's faster than... I don't think horses are much of a speed increase. Hey, they just don't look like it. Maybe I'm wrong, but horses do not look fast. can't stop thinking about like that water ski hockey thing now. I feel like that'd be a really cool sport. I'm like picturing the arena right now. I think horses are like slightly faster than sprinting, but it's the fact you're running without stamina use. Yeah, pretty much. And I think eventually we can get a perk under the light armor tree that makes us faster while we wear light armor. And I think that would kind of, with like the low stamina use and the speed boost, I think that would just kind of edge us out. Sorry chat, ads starting right now. I'm trying to get better at mentioning when the ads are starting. $1 billion idea. Yeah, maybe one day. I'll invent the water ski. What would you, water hockey? Yeah, I think it would just be called water hockey. Maybe instead of like hockey sticks, because I was thinking like that would have like that'd be kind of hard to hit it against the water. But if you're doing like a lacrosse thing, like water lacrosse, like basically like the movement of hockey, but like the handling and tossing of like lacrosse on water.
Very good. Let's see what you have here. Interesting. They know more of our plans than I expected. It would seem Fort Dunstad is in need of reinforcements. We'll make sure they won't be getting those.
That's right.
One moment while I correct some of these documents. That should do it. Make sure those forged documents get to the Stormcloak commander in Dawnstar. It'll throw him off our trail, allowing us to maneuver more freely. Until next time.
Walkie. Water polo, yeah. But water polo doesn't have skis. Yeah, water polo just isn't cool. No, I'm just kidding. I've never watched water polo. But you know, chat, I think I'm gonna end it there. I think it's been a really killer night. I'm always amazed and impressed with you guys. You know, you guys really show up and show out and make it a lot of fun and super enjoyable. So as always, you know, I just can't express enough how thankful for you guys that I really am. But yeah, it's been super fun. I'm gonna stream some Peak tomorrow with some buddies. Yeah, thank you guys. Thank you Sleep for the follow. Thank you Knight's Honor for the 10 gifted. That was huge, man. Yeah, once again we raised 240 for November for men's mental health, which is super awesome. If you guys ever want to connect on anything, you know, I've got a Discord server and I've got all my socials linked on Twitch. You guys are more than welcome to, you know, come hang out and follow me on those. But yeah, that's kind of all I've got for now. I love you guys. I hope you have a good night. I'll catch you later. Until next time.